Alright people, so I'm here with your Smackdown review. This show really couldn't have been any worse. I mean, it was a complete disaster of a show. So let's get into the review. We have Daniel Bryan coming out to cut a promo to begin the show. He pretty much just makes a bunch of announcements for Divas that could have been made as the show opened with the announcers making the announcements. I mean, this was a waste of fucking time. So he announces that there's going to be a tag match and shit. And then, he's like, well, I'm just going to plug Total Bellas here, so go watch Total Bellas. I mean, they don't even make an attempt now to fucking plug it in a natural way. Like, usually they'll say, like, well, I was watching your match, Randy Orton, on the WWE Network, or, you know, Nikki Bella, I hear you're on, Total Bellas. No, they just flat out say, well, go watch Total Bellas. And of course, when he says that, everybody starts booing, because nobody gives a shit about Total Bellas or Total Divas. And then, after all that shit happens, all these divas come out and start talking amongst one another for a couple minutes. I mean, it was pretty much a short-ass promo. I mean, the promo was nothing. I mean, they could have done more. I mean, they could have had, like, remember when they did they had the 6 people out there for the Universal title match, and they had all 6 people out there, and they actually let them talk for a while. This, they only let them talk for, a couple minutes, maybe 5 minutes, and then they have a small little brawl there that lasts, like 30 seconds? I mean, what a fucking terrible start to your show. A fucking nothing start with a bunch of announcements and a bunch of short, a bunch of shit that was not even given enough time to develop. A terrible start to your show, and also a dumbass plug. So a terrible start to the show. Then we have, The Miz defeating Apollo Crews, the man who smiles way too much, in a boring-ass match. It lasted 6 minutes and 20 seconds. I gave it a half star out of 5. Just your typical-ass wrestling match here. Pretty much just Miz and Crews doing their typical moves from their moveset with nothing. That's spectacular. So then you have at the end there Ziggler coming out to the ring. He steals Miz's title, and then, Miz isn't going to go in and get it because he's a pussy, okay. So he sends Maurice in there to get it, and Maurice takes it. Are you kidding me? What a dumbass little thing that was. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. The creative team just has no brains whatsoever. They just do illogical shit that just obviously doesn't make any sense at all. Well, if you're Ziggler, you have legs, you have arms. Pick up the title and walk away. Don't let her take it. I mean, it's not like she snuck up. She fucking walks right into the ring, and she takes like a minute to finally grab it. Oh, if you're Ziggler, just grab it and get out of the ring. Oh my God, are you that fucking retarded, Ziggler? I mean, what, has Ziggler had a lobotomy or something? I mean, holy shit. I mean, it's that kind of shit that makes this company it just makes no sense. It makes this company illogical. That's why I rant on it so much, because of just shit like this. Not only does it make Ziggler look weak, it just doesn't make any sense. So that was just dumb as fuck. So like I said, I gave that match a half star out of 5. Then we have Natalya, Alexa Bliss, and Carmella defeating Nikki Bella, Becky Lynch, and Naomi. And just a boring-ass 6-diva tag match here. I mean, every time there's a 6-man or even a 6-woman tag match, they're always boring as hell. This one was the same result. There was a really bad botch by Alexa Bliss. I mean, holy shit, she's doing like a backflip or whatever, trying to land on her opponent, and she like totally fucking botches and misses. That's typical divas right there. But yeah, this match was just your normal 6-man tag, a boring ass match. I gave it 0 out of 5 stars. I mean, pretty much a waste of fucking time. I mean, you pretty much knew going into this match it would probably suck no matter how long I mean, they could have gave it 3 minutes, they could have gave it 15 minutes. It was probably going to suck, because I cannot remember the last time there was a quality 6-man or 6-diva tag match in this company. They just always fucking suck. Then we have Gable and Jordan defeating the Usos in 30 seconds. I mean, really, 30 seconds? A 30-second match? I mean, what? At least have a fucking good match, like, that goes 10, 15 minutes. 30 seconds? What the fuck? So, I gave it 0 out of 5 stars. But what happened after I thought was actually really good. So the Usos have been fucking bland, they've been boring, they've been fucking useless, they've been terrible for years now, and finally they fucking turn heel. Finally, something good happened to the Usos. I mean, this is a miracle. Something good happened that involves the Usos. So they turn heel. I'm happy. that they finally turned heel. A new fucking Usos. I'm still not big fans of them, but, you know, thank God something good finally happened. Now, WWE will still probably fuck them up, but, I mean, at least it's something different. They're not bland anymore. It's a new fucking Usos. Good. I'm happy that... However, they still could have had, like, a fucking 10-minute match. I don't get why the match had to be 30 seconds. So that was dumb. So, yeah, I gave the match 0 out of 5 stars, but what happened after was pretty fucking good, I gotta admit. Then we have Kane coming out there and choke slamming Fandango. I mean, Kane did the same thing last week. The only difference was he choke slammed a fucking 50-year-old perv who stripped down to his underwear. I mean, so he comes out there and choke slams Fandango and just a pointless ass thing. I mean, what is this supposed to prove? What is this supposed to do? I don't fucking know. It's just fucking filler. So get the fuck out of here with this bullshit with Kane coming out here choke slamming Fandango because it's a pointless ass thing. Then we have Slater and Rhino defeating the Hype Bros in just a terrible fucking boring ass 3 minute and 25 second match. Gave it a half star out of 5. I mean, again, when you have a 3 minute and 25 second match, it's usually not going to be that good, and this wasn't good. So this sucked. Just your typical tag match here, just boring. Then we have to end the show, Styles and Ambrose cutting a promo. You know, I'm watching the show and I see there's 20 minutes left. I'm watching it online. And I see there's 20 minutes left, and they decide, I'm thinking, okay, well, they're going to do the main event now. But no, they have that Slater, Rhino, Hype Bros match. So that only leaves like fucking 8, 9, 10 minutes for your main event, your main promo there at the end to go out the air. Are you kidding me? You only leave fucking, you leave less than 15 minutes for your main event or your main promo, whatever the fuck you want to call it. That is dumb as fuck. To only give that, and the promo, of course, was bad because they didn't have enough time. I mean, holy shit, you only have a limited amount of time now to cut your final promo. You're cramped on time. Oh, but we had to get in that Kane choke slamming Fandango. Yeah, that was so important. I mean, that's really going to impact the future. I mean, holy shit, they really got to get their priorities straight here. So, this could have been a good fucking promo. I mean, I've seen Styles cut good promos. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Ambrose, but I mean, it still could have been a good fucking promo. Could have at least did somewhat build up to the match good. You could have done some good build to the match, give him a good amount of time to talk. But no, they only give him a couple minutes, a few minutes, not enough time, and it wasn't that good a promo. If it would have been longer, I think it would have been much better. Or at least a little bit better. So, not a good promo there. So, let's go over the times of the match. So, overall, we only had 19 minutes and 55 seconds of wrestling on this show. I mean, that's just inexcusable. On a fucking wrestling show, you only have, so we'll round up and say 20 minutes of wrestling. So, that equates to 5 minutes per match. Your shortest match was 30 seconds. Your longest was 9 minutes and 40 seconds. You had 2 matches ranging from 0 to 5 minutes and 2 matches ranging from 5 to 10 minutes. So every time I add up the matches and do these statistics, it just proves my point that this company and the creative team is so fucking dumb to only give these wrestlers a short amount of time to wrestle. 5 minutes per match is not enough. Sometimes it's usually between 4 and 6, I found. I've been doing it now for 2 weeks. It's usually between 4 and 6, I think. So, I mean, just proves my point of how much disarray this company is in. So overall, I'm going to give this show 0.75 out of 10 stars. The only good thing about it was the Usos turning heel. Everything else was really a complete debacle, a complete disaster. So there you go, people. There's your Smackdown review.